Hello viewers, welcome to another new video. In this video, I'm going to talk about mastering ASP.NET MVC Full Stack Development using .NET 8, Entity Framework Core, and PostgreSQL. A beginner tutorial, beginner friendly tutorial. In our previous video, I already published ASP.NET Full Stack Development with MVC SQL database. In another video, I talked about ASP.NET MVC Full Stack Development with MySQL database. But in this video, I'm going to talk about ASP.NET Full Stack Development with PostgreSQL database. Here is our video. Full steps. First, we'll create brand new fresh project, install NuGet required packages, design the model. We'll create one sample model for complete CRUD operation, then create migration and update database. Before create migration, update database, we have to make sure the connection string, proper connection string for PostgreSQL database. So this is the one simple challenges here, because we need to some configure date related stuff for PostgreSQL database, unless you will getting error and issue into your project. So then we'll make sure the migration and update database. Now after that, we'll create controller and then create view, and finally we'll test and run the project. Hopefully it will success. So after finishing these steps, then you will get this complete full project with PostgreSQL. So here is the full CRUD operation. You can perform CRUD operation like this: test data, description is dbd create. So data created, and also you can edit test data, new 101 dbd new. So data also updated successfully, and you can delete as well. And if I select yes, then it will delete it. Also, it will refresh the table. So we can perform complete CRUD operation. So this is after ending the video, you will perform. You will get this screen, complete CRUD operation using PostgreSQL. So let's start by creating fresh project. So I will create fresh project using Visual Studio by selecting MVC framework. So you can search MVC, ASP.NET Core, Web App MVC Model View Controllers with C#, not F#. So I'm selecting this template, and I will select .NET SDK 8.0. Let's say project name is tutorial project for PostgreSQL, and I will save this project into my tutorial folder. I'm just copying my full tutorial project folder path. Tutorial project, next. So I already installed .NET SDK 8.0, and you can check your installed .NET version using CLI like this, .NET version. So latest version. Also you can check other version if already installed, info. So all .NET install version will show here. So this is the .NET version. So I am selecting .NET 8 and configure HTTPS is okay, and do not need Docker. Later we can talk about the Docker. Create. Tutorial project created successfully, and here is the project, default template project. If we build and try to run the project, then we can see the simple static HTML page without data operation, and just for starting the project. Build success. I'm running the project by pressing the play button, and you can run the project by pressing F5, also by right clicking into your solution explorer, run the project. So as I said, so this is a static project, nothing dynamic here because we don't have any database connectivity and database functionality. So now we'll follow our step as I mentioned earlier. So now first I will install required NuGet packages. So as we are going to use PostgreSQL database, so we have to install NuGet packages, PostgreSQL and Entity Framework Core. So I'm just copying the list of packages we needed. Entity Framework Core, then Entity Framework Core.tool. We can go to the NuGet packages website. NuGet. Copy. We will install 8.0.1. I will use CLI to install NuGet packages, but you can use package manager console from tool and NuGet package manager console here. So I already copy the command 8.0.1. So by double clicking into your solution name, then you can able to see the install NuGet packages. So Entity Framework Core 8.0 installed successfully. Now I will install Entity Framework Core .tool. Also maybe wrong command. Let me just copy it from the website. Core.tool NuGet. Copy. Paste. 8.1. Now Entity Framework Core tool installed successfully. Next, I will install PostgreSQL package, PG something like that. npgsql.entity framework core .postgresql 8.0.0 is the command. So I'm installing Entity Framework Core PostgreSQL. So we install successfully required packages, Entity Framework Core, tool and PostgreSQL. Now I make sure connection string, which is pretty important for connecting PGAdmin. PGAdmin is for about connecting PostgreSQL. This is the database client, so you can use this PGAdmin. And here is my PGAdmin. I already installed PGAdmin. Here you can download you can search by PGAdmin and download it into as a client to browse your PostgreSQL data. So we don't have any connection string here. Let me just confirm let me just connect it. Connect. So server connected. I will expand later for make sure the database created successfully or not. So now we will create connection string here. So connection con PostgreSQL, you can rename it, but you can use as it is. Post is localhost. Port is PG. PostgreSQL server default port is 5432. Database, we name it database tutorial project PGSQL, and ID is Postgres, and password is my local PostgreSQL server password. So now our connection string is ready, and if we create model and then design, create a data context, then we can create migration and update database. So I will create one simple model, which is category. Create category. Public integer ID name. Visual Studio is pretty smart, just suggesting the entity name automatically. So ID name and description is fine for this tutorial video. So we have now ready our category model. Now I will create application DbContext and bind and add the DbSet category there. So now I'll create a new folder for data folder. Under that folder, I'll create new class which is application DbContext for database communication, and I will extend DbContext. So you have to configure one additional things here for date time. So app context set switch NPGSQL enable legacy timestamp behavior true. If somehow did not set these settings, you will be trouble for date time in your professional projects. So I'm just adding this configuration here to avoid the additional issue for date time. So now I am going to add our one model here, public DbSet category get set categories. Just renaming it same as category. So I'm just following this convention. Table model name and the table name is same. So we have our model is ready. Now I'm going to configure application DbContext. So already default application. Sorry, I'm going to configure Program.cs by injecting application DbContext here. Let me just clear everything. We have two instances here, builder and app instance. Using builder's instance, we inject application DbContext here and make sure the application database connection string. So first we poll the connection string name, get connection string. Using builder.configuration get connection string. Our connection string name is PostgreSQL. You can check the connection string application app setting.json file. So this name, we are polling the connection string name here, and we will pass this connection string name builder.services app DbContext, and we'll use NPGSQL by passing the connection string. So our connection string, we pass the connection string, and our app DbContext instance is ready. Now we can create migration and update database. So I'll create migration and update database using CLI. You can use PMI package manager console. So we have simple two commands. So first command is .NET Entity Framework migration add initial create. So it will create the migration folder, some auto generated code here. So project is built first, it will build the project and then create the migration. So initial migration created successfully. If we run .NET Entity Framework database update, then let me just make sure our database is already there. So tutorial project PG admin is already here. I'm just going to drop this database so that you can make sure database created using our command successfully. Refresh. So no tutorial database here. And if we run .NET Entity Framework EF database update, then hopefully we can get the brand new database into our PostgreSQL. See, database table command generated. So if we go to our PG admin and refresh the database, then we'll have a new database which is tutorial project PGSQL, and you have to go to schemas, then you have to expand the public and the tables. Under this you have all the tables. Category, we have just one table categories. So now we have done several steps. So let me just give you a summary overview what we have done so far. We have done so far create new project, install required NuGet packages using CLI, design the model. We designed simple category model, update connection string also done. Create and add DbContext also done. Also we have updated the program.cs file by injecting application DbContext, and create migration also done. Now I will add migration also done. Now our next step is create controller, create view, and run and test a project. So in this 3 step I will also make sure by creating some dummy data. We'll create a list 10 row. We'll insert using this controller so that we can check the full list. So let's move to the by creating the controller. So in the controller we'll create category controller, and we'll perform a complete CRUD operation using application DbContext. Categories controller. Let me just copy categories controller. So here is the categories controller. Notice I will explain one by one. Tutorial, our project name is tutorial project PGSQL. So PGSQL data, PGSQL's model. So we just initialize context we just make sure depend injection here. So we have a ready instance underscore context. So using this instance we'll perform full CRUD operation, create, update, delete, and view operation. So here we just make sure create test data. Create test data, but I just write additional method to generate dynamically generate just dummy test row data. So you can avoid it, but if you understand, that's fine. So here is the list, and pulling this list we are just inserting data here using for loops. So first this controller will check if category dot count is less than 0, then it will call this method, unless it will return the view. And details, if we click the details, then using instance we just getting using ID. If this is the lambda expression, so hope you understand what is lambda expression. So lambda expression, using lambda expression we just pulling the data first or default. And create operation also we just pass some instance from the model view, and using this uh, object category. So just passing this object, so we just receiving name and description, and we just saving into the database and edit. So also the same using the id. First we just go to the edit UI, then we just perform the edit operation and save the edit operation, and finally using the id we just perform the delete operation. And I already explained the uh, category data creation process here. So this is our controller, and I will not take more time by creating the view. I will just explain what we have done into a full view operation, like create, delete, details, edit, and index. So now I move to view operation. So now I will create complete category view. We have we have to create create, delete, details, and edit .cs HTML file into views folder. So we already have a shared and home folder, which is static file. Now I'm going to create categories folder. So in the categories folder, into index, using razor, we just displayed the data using for each loop. So into HTML file, you can write C# code by using @ operator. So @ for each. So you can write now complete C# code. Here is the for each loop, and in the model we have a data like list, ID, name, and description. So we'll display data by pulling data from the controller. So here is our index. We just passing complete list data into the view. So here is the category object. So we are pulling complete category data and passing into the index. So here is the index. We are just viewing the data. So index, and if we explain like create operation, so we have same model here, and we have just two input file. First one is name and second one is description. Using submit button, we are just submitting the from data category from into the ASP.NET action create. So we have ASP.NET action into categories controller create. So here is the create edit. After that, sorry, create. So this is just for initialize the view, and here is the finally just finally create operation and add data into database. So we have done the create operation, and if we go to the edit UI .cs HTML file, then almost the same HTML code. Additionally, just it will route ASP action to edit. So edit, we are not inserting, we just updating the row. So if we go to the edit, then we can give you the explanation edit code operation. So we just receive the object by ID, name, ID, description. So if it is valid, then it is update the category. So context.update, using update command, you can update your data operation. So edit operation done, and detail operation is pretty simple. We're just passing data by ID and displaying data using the model @model.id, model.name. We're just passing the one row, not at least data here. So that's why you just not required for loop here. And if we go to the delete operation, so delete operation almost the details operation of just using the ID. Just here is the pop-up message, are you sure you want to delete the data you in pure HTML, not pop-up message. And if yes, we're just passing the ID, and controller receiving that ID into ASP action index. ASP action is like delete confirm. value submit, and it will sorry, here is the ASP action delete. So it will go to the delete method into controller. So here is our delete method. It will just find the data first using the ID. If exists, not null, then it will remove from that category table. So I just explain one by one the full category view operation, and we already have the controller. Now if we build and run the project, build and run the project. One more thing we have to configure, like is have to add into the menu bar. So before adding menu bar, let model does not exist. Oh yes, I got the issue. So we have the project name, it will be PostgreSQL. PostgreSQL, not the tutorial project. It will be PostgreSQL. Also the delete goes for same. If we back to the index, same. Now if we just build success this time, build. So build success. If I run the play button, then hopefully this time we can have a complete view without any error. So we don't have the menu bar, but if we can, let me just add the menu here so that we can, by clicking the menu, we can go to the category. So by adding menu, you have to go share and layout. In the layout, and just you can copy one. Sorry, index. So I will pass the category controller here. Categories controller, ASP controller is not, sorry, categories controller, index action index is fine, name will be categories. So rebuild and run. Now we have a new menu named categories. So I'm just clicking the categories. So now initially it is not loading any data. So we have a listed data by generating the data by getting the dummy data, but table not showing as expected because we need to design the table by incorporating CSS file. So give me some few more minutes so that I can complete the CSS operation here. So into the www root folder, into the CS sites, I need to add a table, a theme here, a simple CSS code. Let me just copy the CSS code for table beautification, not table operation. So we have a ready table theme, which is blue green. So if we go to the index, I already referred the blue green class. So in the CSS file, we just add the table and table theme. If we run again project, then we have a new grid, which is more beautiful than the previous one because we just added the CSS. And if we click categories, so as expected, we have some new design table. So in the starting of the video, I just shown this UI by showing the full CRUD operation. So we are almost ending of the video. So we have done just full CRUD operation. Just loading the dummy data, and if we just going to create new item, test data dbd create. So test data dbd has been created, and we have a details back to the list. And if we click the edit, test data new 505 dbd new 909 update. So update operation also successful. So update and details and create operation successful. If we just check the delete operation by clicking the delete operation is not working. So click delete. So sweet alert is not defined because we did not incorporate the sweet alert CSS library into our project. So now we have to incorporate sweet alert CSS sweet alert library into the lib folder. Sweet alert 2 lib. So here is our sweet alert.css, sweet alert.jss. So we just incorporate the sweet alert JavaScript library into our project. Now if we click the delete operation, delete button, then we definitely have the pop-up for are you sure you want to delete this row. As expected, we want to delete this item. Cancel. If I select yes, category has been deleted successfully, category ID 11. So now we can say we are a complete ASP.NET full stack developer because we perform complete CRUD operation. Congratulations, guys. So you did full journey of a full stack development, like design database, create backend controller, and finally perform into operation into the front end. Also the some JavaScript library and CSS stuff. So these are the complete full stack journey. And if we summarize the video again, and this in the video journey, then what we have learned in this video. So main agenda of this video was like create a full stack CRUD operation using PostgreSQL database, not MySQL, not SQL Server. We just select PostgreSQL database to complete ASP.NET full stack development with MVC and also the code first approach using Entity Framework code. So we created fresh new project, install required packages, design model, update connection stream. We use PostgreSQL connection stream, and we added DbContext into data folder. We create and update migration, and create controller, create view. Finally we just test and find some bugs, issue like CSS issue and JavaScript issue. Like CSS issue table was not beautiful, we just add the CSS table theme, and then the pop-up was not showing because we did not add the JavaScript library into our project. So here is the sweet alert. You can use this alert, but the default alert is not beautiful. Let me show you what is the default alert is showing into the project. If we use the default alert, alert 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is the default alert. If you use the default JavaScript alert, that is very simple, not any beautiful UI, not any icon, everything was not good as expected. So if I click the alert, so here is the default alert, and here is the more beautiful customized alert, which is CSS alert. I already incorporate the CSS this sweet alert library into the project. You can use this sweet alert. And before closing this video, I need to explain one more thing, which is PostgreSQL database. You can download the PostgreSQL and then you have to install the PostgreSQL client for browsing the data, which is pgadmin. And we have a data like tutorial project PostgreSQL, and if we create a new query and execute our table name by writing same SQL, select star from category, execute. So we have 10 rows here. So we can say successfully we created complete CRUD operation using PostgreSQL. So you have to make sure two things for using PostgreSQL. First, you have to install PostgreSQL for Windows, and then you have to install pgadmin. Let me show you how we can install the pgadmin. PostgreSQL, download. You have to go to this website for download the PostgreSQL. Here is the different version: Linux, Mac, Windows. So you have to select the Windows, and if you are using the Windows, so then you have to install the binary or exe file, and after install the PostgreSQL database, then you have to install pgadmin. These two things you have to make sure for PostgreSQL database. So I have done the complete journey of this video. So if you have any further question, queries and confusion, please let me know in the comment section, and you guys please like and subscribe so that my channel can be grow. And I'm just almost ending the video. I'll share the complete source code into the GitHub, and I'll share the GitHub link so that you can download and practice the code. And if you have any confusion, and if you have any code related question, queries, then definitely feel free to ask. I will share the details. You can communicate with my email. Also, you can check my updated project. So I just built several projects using ASP.NET MVC Full Stack Development. Let me show you my project list. You can go to my profile. It is the Code Canyon profile. You can go to my profile. And here is the list of project I have built using ASP.NET MVC, Laundry Box, user management, chat application. I have used Signaler API project. So this is complete API project, and front end and back end, complete user management. In the front end, using the API, which is pulling data to perform the user management operation into the front end. Library management, lib management, dashboard template for ASP.NET MVC. We have used admin LTE ready template you can use, so that you can use your project by minimizing startup initial task. CRUD operation, simple project. School management, which is bigger project. Business ERP, our main premium product. And file and document management system, advanced POS system, asset management. So if you are interested or like any project, so you can pick anyone from here, so that you can practice your ASP.NET full stack development journey more better way. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully I will come back to another new video with new topics. So see you in the next video. Thank you.